An IIT Kharagpur graduate, Malini Adapureddi started Deconstruct in 2021 to challenge the fairy tale marketing that was prevalent in the beauty and personal care market. Deconstruct was born with an aim to change the skincare game with scientific research. Cut to 2023, while Adapureddi was undergoing an emergency C-section in the delivery room, her company was battling its own survival crisis. With no winning formulas in sight and resources having been dried up, Deconstruct's future looked bleak. However, that's where the story takes a turn, and for the better. By December 2024, Deconstruct had not only grown 10 folds, but had also turned profitable for the entirety of FY25. So how did Malini Adapureddi script this turnaround? And today, what does the future of Deconstruct look like? I'm here in Parvanu, Himachal Pradesh to meet the founder and find exactly that. Hi Malini.
Hi Aishwarya, how are you?
I'm well, how are you?
I'm good.
So are you all excited to take me on the tour to the Deconstruct factory?
Very excited. Let's go take the tour.
Yes, please. Let's. It's a science-backed startup, right? Skincare brand. So, what's the? How many formulations are you working with? How many experts do you have on board? And take us a little bit through behind the scenes on what happens in bringing in together all the formulations that you're working on.
Sure. I think everything starts with understanding the consumer first.
Correct.
And then we create a product brief. Our R&D scientists make multiple products with multiple iterations. And until the perfect product comes through, we kind of keep cracking it again and again. And we do a lot of internal testing before it goes out at all. When we started off, we just had 5 products that were in the market, which were under the serum category. Today, we actually have around 32 products in the market.
Okay.
And out of which sunscreens are the hero products for us. Followed by our serums, which is a vitamin C serum. Third is a lip balm with SPF.
Are you playing in the premium range or are you in the affordable category? And if today as a consumer I'm going to the Deconstruct platform and I'm carting products, what would be my average cart value be like?
We believe that we are more in the mass premium category.
Okay.
And the idea of it is to give a great product while also maintaining a certain PNL. And and a mass premium product, when I'm actually talking about it, we are talking about like a 30% premium over your mass products. From an average selling price perspective, it's like 400 rupees or 500 rupees. And you're talking about a 30 to 45 day purchase on that.
Help me understand, how many categories are you operating in currently, and are there plans on expanding that category further?
So we largely play in face as a category today. We have multiple subcategories in there, ranging from face washes, moisturizers, face serums, sunscreens, lip balms, even cleansers like a cleansing balm. But now, we want to continue focusing on this category because this is our bread and butter category. Sun care will be definitely the focus area for us in FY26 as we go forward. And we also want to start a lot on hair care.
How many such facilities do you have, and what's the capacity of this particular facility? I mean, in a day, how many products are you able to churn out?
So we work with 4 such manufacturing plants.
Okay.
They're located in north, west and south. The capacities go up to producing 2 lakh units a day, which currently work at 60 to 70% utilization.
Who's your target audience? I mean, what's the age bracket that you are, targeting right now? And I was reading your earlier interviews where you said that you want to break the gender stereotype that men don't use skincare. So, what is the percentage of men who are using Deconstruct products?
So I think it's a beautiful mix with respect to the TG of us. For us, 60 to 65% is tier 2, tier 3, and 30-35% is tier 1.
Okay.
And from the gender stereotype perspective, Our lip balm is a hit amongst men. 45% of our lip balm users are actually men. We see a lot of early adoption happening from when they reach 20 to 25, 26.
Yeah.
That's definitely one of our core TG. But we don't also disregard people who are in their 30s and actually using a lot of products for the first time. Like for example, sunscreen adoption is equally persistent across all the
gender,
yes,
age groups.
But but for a lot of newer products, it's more on the younger side.
How big today is quick commerce as a channel of revenue for you?
We've entered onto quick commerce as a channel just 4 to 6 months ago, and we currently see that channel contributing to 7 to 8% of our revenue. So I actually see a lot of promise in this category as we go forward, and we are also actually betting big on that channel.
You've just raised 65 crores in funding, so help me understand, where do you plan on allocating these funds?
We actually want to use a lot of these funds in strengthening our product capabilities. We want to do a lot of international expansion, like a lot of multi-channel building, and that's the second place we will be utilizing these funds.
What gaps will you plug in the international market with your products? Where do you think the gap exists? And are there any particular countries that you have in mind where you would want to start off with?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at it, sunscreens that are made in India are way more advanced than the sunscreens that are present in the Americas and Europe. So that's where I see a great opportunity for taking the eye beauty sunscreen to the world, and that's what we want to target on.
From postpartum to profitability, a great journey there. You've made a remarkable turnaround when it comes to Deconstruct. 2023, funds were drying up, resources were drying up, you were struggling at the same time, and you were delivering your daughter, and a couple of months down the line you've hit profitability. Tell me, what changed?
When I was pregnant, one thing I realized is I could only do this much. Probably that is what has brought in a lot of focus for myself and hence into the business. So we started picking the SKUs where we felt is our strength area, where we felt is bridging a large consumer gap, and then we started building it brick by brick. Sometimes I think it is good that you have limited amount of time, limited amount of resources. You bring in a lot of innovation into your work, you bring in a lot of out-of-the-box thinking, and that's what happened here, I would say.
Where do your current revenues stand, and what's the sustainable way of going forward to continue with the profitability, and what's the target that you're setting for the end of this fiscal year?
We currently are at an annualized revenue run rate of 200 crores. The idea is to close this FY25 at that number, and we are actually looking at a 150% growth. That's the target.
According to research, India's skincare market was valued at $2.7 billion in FY24. Face care emerged as the category leader, both in terms of value and volume. The market is now expected to hit a size of $3.9 billion by FY32. Evolving in tandem with the market is the science for sunscreens. As consumers' demand for sunscreen grows, homegrown brands are depending on formulation, function and texture to set their products apart in a crowded market. From Plum to Deepika Padukone's 82° E, last year alone saw a dozen such launches. So, who will win the race to make India's best sunscreen? Well, we'll have to keep a watch on that. With camera person Saurabh Chauhan, Aishwarya Anand for CNBC-TV18.
For more news and updates, all you need to do is follow CNBC-TV18 on all of our digital platforms.